Hey guys, what's up? Well, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you probably are going to be surprised by this, but if you do follow me on Twitter, so here's the story. And if the wind noise, yeah, I'll get to it. There's nothing I can do about the wind. Hopefully it comes through. It's not ridiculous. Not the wind, my voice. So I set out today. I was going to a new area. I looked out across this big valley, right? This big valley about 30 miles away. I'm gonna try and walk while I do this. About 30 miles away across a high desert valley, there's this mountain region, and I wanted to go there. So I set off, got everything. That's funny. I got everything I thought and headed out, and it took me about an hour to get here. And it's about 7,300, somewhere in there, 7,400 feet. And it's up on top of the mountain. So it's really windy today, but also the higher they get, usually you get this wind. So I got all the way up here and I found a cool area, really nice area to walk around, because it's, I don't know if you can see back in here, it's, they're not too big, 20, 30 foot tall trees around here. So I go to get set up, and guess what? I forgot my camera. I brought my camera bag. Okay, here's the thing. My camera is, with the microphone on it, the lens and all that, it's too big to go into the bag as it sits, so you have to kind of disassemble it all. So what I do is I leave it all connected and I just put it on my front seat, and I kind of keep it as one big bundle. So I brought the camera bag, which has like I have my GoPros in it, and this little point and shoot that I've got here. But my camera, I don't know, I brought my gun, I brought my backpack, and I just kind of took off, kind of in a rush, because I was a little bit late leaving. I forgot my camera. I can't believe it. I basically drove an hour this way. I'm gonna have to drive an hour back. The only good thing about it is that I found this area. It's like I found a cool area, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna grab the point and shoot camera. This is my little Canon G7X. The only main issue with this, I think the video quality is pretty good on these. The only problem is the wind noise. Usually it's bad in just normal conditions because it's the on-camera mic, but with it being really windy, it could be bad. So I'm gonna walk around a little bit, hopefully try and salvage something today. I mean, talking about 2 hours round trip, try and salvage something. So, oh my gosh. Can you guys believe that? I've never done that before. Like, I'm weird when it comes to that. I'm weird when it, I'm weird when it comes to overthinking and organizing, and I was just excited to come out here. I can't believe I forgot. I brought out my tripod, right? I set up the tripod, and like something started to click until I went to the front seat of the Jeep, and all that was there was my phone. Oh my gosh. This is a really neat area though. I know I always say that, but whoo, 7,000, over 7,000, man, you lose your breath pretty quick walking around. But it's over here is where it actually goes down, way down into a valley. I think it's about, as it goes down this way, 1,500 feet or something down into the valley floor here. This is probably shaky as all get go. It's pretty rocky. It's pretty rocky down here walking. And then a lot of pine needles. So a lot of pine cones, pine needles, and then you see like these rocks here. They're kind of embedded into it, so it makes for a rough walk. There's no trails around here. I'm trying to get over here to this edge, see if we can see down. I don't know, can you see how it really turns down here pretty steep? This is the stuff I love, man. I don't know, for some reason, like elevations and stuff, I really like that. Look at, so if I look like this is looking straight out. And then you can go down and see the angle. See the angle that it's at. Wow, it really goes down there. Across there is the other side of the valley, those mountains there. So I'm standing on a rock. If you can see, I'm holding the camera straight at me right now, like on a level plane. I don't know if you can see then. What is that, about 25, 30 degree angle down? It's pretty steep. I tell you, I wouldn't want to walk up it. I wouldn't want to walk up it, even here. See these big boulders? Definitely wouldn't want to walk up. I only came down about 50 feet or so. But that would be, you know, it all is not lost. I guess you got to look at the bright side of anything, right? All is not lost. This is a very, very neat area that I like this. It's different. See, what I'm trying to do is find a bunch of different areas that are different from each other, is what I mean. Even though they're still mountain forest areas, the layout, the trees, the terrain. I guess I got to brush up on my trees, you know, so I can identify what's what. Most of it out here is, they're pretty much, whew, telling you, you may walk and exercise and hike, but you know, there's not a high percentage of people that actually do it on a regular basis up at elevation. I'm talking, you know, again, over right now it's saying 7,245, but there was a point right back over here where it was 74 because of these steep edges and stuff. Like I said, I'm just trying to, this is what I do, right? This is what I do. I drive, try and identify some place that might be cool to check out, and then go check it out. Normally I bring my camera so I can show you guys and share it with you, but this is kind of an impromptu version because this is more of what I do off camera, because I just have this little tiny thing with me instead of my big one that I set up. This is what I do. I walk around, check, you know, the edges, where the slopes are, look around for, you know, down stuff that I can use to either for firewood or trying to make something. Look for areas for shelter. This would be a nice place to do an overnighter. Nice place. There's some flat areas back over here that aren't as rocky, where you could pitch a tent or set up a, you know, a tarp shelter or something. Now this area here, being with all these rocks and stuff, be probably a good area for snakes. I did see a good sized lizard back over there, which means there are reptiles up here, because this would be considered extremely high desert, but this part of the mountain is definitely has that, you know how I was talking about, there's the different areas, definitely has that desert feel. There is some form of reptile sitting on this rock. Now, when I first saw it, I commented in the video that I thought it was a frog because it hopped up on here. It hopped up to this location. But now looking back at the footage, it looks like it's a lizard because there's a tail on it. But I can't identify someone who can identify what this is. Look at that thing. The camouflage is just incredible. It's like a horny toad, lizard, frog combo. It's some kind of alien. Somebody please identify this. All right, you guys. Well, because of the cold camera situation and the wind, I hiked back to the Jeep. I was gonna eat out there and do my thing, but I think because of this, maybe I'll just do something a little bit different. I'll cook right here on my stove. So this is my the back door of my Jeep here. You can see I've got like a utility kit and a first aid kit that always stays here, and then my little shelf right here. Let's see what we got. I should have everything I need inside. A couple bottles of water that are about to explode because we're at elevation. I brought a Mountain House meal. beef stroganoff with noodles. I was thinking about an MRE, but I don't know. It was last night when I loaded this up. There's my cooking kit here. This is that, I talked about a knife that I've had for a long time that I haven't tried or used. Probably not gonna be able to see it. This is actually called the Lone Rider from Tops Knives. And this top edge is not sharpened because it's actually, I think, illegal to have a dagger. It looks like an edge, but it's not. But that lower edge, this wouldn't be good for batoning because this here would destroy your wood, but it's got a nice, like a pry bar at the back. It's, I want to say it's about 3/16 thick. And it's got these nice green and black scales. I think they're probably G10. I don't think they're micarta or whatever that's called. But this, I wanted to test this out, but that's not going to happen today. I hope this doesn't bump the camera too much. All right. Let's set up our kit here real quick. Got Niels' spoon in there in case he ever wants to join in. All right. I do like this thing. I mean, if you're in an area that can't have fires, these are really cool actually. Again, this one is the Jetboil Minimo. Big fat one. Big fat can. That away. This is, I also have this piece here I had got from REI, and it's for putting a pan on top of it instead of just the Jetboil cup. Instead of just this, you can place a pan here and make, like, I don't know, bannock bread or something like that. Something that requires a pan. Okay, so I don't want this to be soupy. Add 2 cups, 16 ounces, and these are 16.9 ounces. So I want to make sure that I leave some. Inside here, it's got a 16-ounce marker too. I'm going to go just below that. There we go. Kick this thing into gear. Now the wind is coming from this direction here. We could block that a little bit. You think, what's the story on water boiling faster at elevation versus, is that real? Is that an old wives' tale? You know what's funny is, I don't know how this is going to turn out for you guys, but for me, it's kind of neat. I like the change up. I'm doing some different things with the camera because I'm forced to. I'm probably talking either too loud or too quiet. I don't know. I'm used to the mic that I use on the camera, so. But this is kind of fun. Like I said, doing this here, you know, walking around this area. I found a nice area. I don't know. It's cool to change things up, and it's pretty funny to change it up when it's not on purpose. Oh, that was good. I needed that water. This is the low angle cooking cam. Low angle cooking cam. Where's my little thingy here? It's almost boiling already that fast. That's no editing, no cutting, no nothing. This thing will boil 16 ounces probably in, I don't know, less than a minute, or it's at a full rolling boil. I don't know if you can hear it. Full rolling boil. Whew, that was fast. Okay, so let's take this off. Where's the desiccant? Oh geez, it's buried in there. Most of the time it's right up on top, I want to make sure you always take these out. This thing is extremely hot. Well, yeah, because you just boiled it, dummy. I see big chunks of beef. Beef stroganoff is like one of my favorite meals at home, like the homemade version of it. I'm putting even less water in here now because I know that it's gonna, those noodles are gonna suck it up. All right, make sure you close it up real good. Stir it around, make sure you get those bottom corners, because that's where like the powdery stuff will sit. Gotta mix it up really good. All right, I'll come back in 10 minutes. All right, well, 10 minutes is up, and the wind died down a little bit. What I'm doing is I'm keeping the camera kind of inside the back of the Jeep, trying to keep the wind noise out. But all this cooking and eating, anticipation of eating, is making me hot. All right, so beef stroganoff. I don't know if you can see in here. Oh, it's too dark. But let me get a light spot. There we go. It looks like it's nice and thick, which is what I wanted. I didn't want this one soupy. It's got mushrooms, a little bit of onion, beef, noodles. That's pretty good. And like the gravy, sauce, whatever it comes with, tastes pretty good. I always try and have like a GoPro or something in here with me. I'll show you. While I was waiting, I set up a GoPro on the outside of the Jeep for when I go down the mountain, because it's like a straight cliff that I have to drive down on the driver's side. So see if we can get a shot of that as we're driving. It'd be pretty cool. But like I said, it's, you know, with this happening, you go into this camera, I've actually had some fun trying to make it work. You know what I mean? If this thing comes out and works and the audio isn't terrible, how about a big thumbs up for what word am I looking for? You know, improvising, that's what I'm looking for. But a big thumbs up and leave me a comment. I bet you someone's gonna go, well, the quality looks better than your other camera. I'm like, no. The quality on this camera is actually really good. It's a matter of a variety of shots. This is a really good like vlogging camera, like if you're gonna keep it right up in your grill. It gives decent depth of field. Right now I'm in the shadows, so I know it's probably not looking good. The problem with this, when you're out in uncontrollable nature, is the audio. That's where the other camera gives me the option with putting my good microphone on there, as well as my different lens options. I don't know if you guys saw on the last that forest vlog video I did. I was trying out one of my other lenses. I've got probably 5 or 6 different lenses. I did a camera bag video last year sometime. It hasn't really changed. It's pretty much the same gear, with the exception of I did sell a GoPro and got a different one. And I don't know if the newer GoPro is any better. I got it because it's supposed to have image stabilization, but I don't know if it was me walking or what, but it looked worse than all the other stuff we used to do. All the Can We Survive videos was done on my old GoPro. And some magical editing. It's actually really good. It's really good. But my plan was to make this a lunch trip. You know, come up here. I don't know, I always put food in, but I was gonna walk around. I didn't eat breakfast. What was that? I didn't eat breakfast. Oh, today I'm carrying my CZP07. It's heard like some kind of raven wanting to attack me. Yeah, so what was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, I was gonna make this a lunch trip where I come up, check out the area, right? you know, if it's a good area, hike around, kind of build up. I didn't eat breakfast, so and that's why I picked up this beef stroganoff, because it's, you know, pasta, really filling. That cream of mushroom type gravy. The only thing is, when we make it, I put a little Worcestershire sauce in there. Kind of gives it a twist. A little French onion soup and cream of mushrooms, and beef. Maybe that's why I love it so much, because of those ingredients. I'm definitely going to come back and investigate this area some more. Like I said, this area right here that I'm in right now is a prime area for an overnighter. Because like I said, right here where I got the Jeep parked, I was able to just, I'm about 300 feet off of the dirt road up there. Someone has camped here before, because there's some rocks piled up as a fire ring, and a you know, a flat area for putting a tent down. I'll show you. So someone has piled up some rocks, and then you can see like these flat areas here without a lot of rocks, and someone's cleared away the rocks. Here's my setup right here. So I just put this on while I was waiting for the food to finish. This is my GoPro, so it's gonna look kind of down. It's gonna look kind of down the edge, but it's also gonna look and see the cliff that I'll be driving along. It's a little ram mount. This is the same one I had mounted to my Grom. Had to take it off to bring it out here. All right, you guys, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. I apologize for the quality. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I improvised and I was able to do something. And that food was really good, and this area is really good too. So I'm not upset that I wasn't able to do too much here, but I am going to come back and investigate this area. It's just different enough from the other region that I was in over there. Give me some different views, some different options. Really good overnight camping possibilities over here. Bet you it gets pretty cold though. Again, we're up on the top of a mountain, so looking off the other way, it rounds down all the way down to the valley. So anyway, if this turned out good or okay or whatever, and you enjoyed it, give me that thumbs up, you guys. I appreciate it when you guys support the vids. And like I said, it was an improvised video. I had to make something happen. Thank you so much for watching and sharing in the adventures with me. I'll see you guys next time.